I swear to everything unholy upon this cursed earth, if we don't get a signal soon, I'm gonna lose it. What? You've been driving for hours. The radio's worked for maybe 15 minutes total. Which wouldn't be such a big deal if someone wasn't still holding my phone hostage. But as things stand, it's literally the only entertainment I have. I'm going stir crazy over here. How am I a hypocrite exactly? Okay, sure. I was complaining earlier. But 1, shitty entertainment is better than no entertainment, and 2, you can't tell me you were actually enjoying the 3 stations we managed to pick up. I was starting to think you'd drive off a bridge if they aired one more ad for intimate protection. Don't make me hum the jingle, Cupcake. I'll do it. I will take one for the team if it means I get to see your ears turn red. My stomach and I totally count as a team. Anyway, it's not like the music was much better. Only 3 stations, and somehow I think we still heard Don't Stop Believing 5 times. No, not a fan. Somehow the undyingly hopeful message just doesn't resonate with me. Also, every time it comes on, you can practically smell the depressed intern that assembled the After Dark playlist, desperately clinging on to hope that someday they'll host a coffee hour in an industry that's already being devoured alive by podcasts. Oh, fuck off. I'm not jealous. I'm not. If anything, we should all be grateful that mics don't work on vampires. You have any idea how many boring hosts we'd have navel-gazing about the tortures of eternity? Combine every college student who has a show where they get high and talk about the meaning of life and whatever with a number of people who review Netflix series. We'd be overrun. Oh, yeah, but I'm actually well-adjusted. No moping about living forever coming from this vampire. I'm still waiting on the flying cars I was promised. For a vampire. I'm well-adjusted for a vampire. Obviously, if a human was pulling half the shit I do, they'd need some serious fucking help. But I'm a higher being, Hunter. Of course I'm biased. But the top of the food chain makes the rules. Speaking of, this higher being's next decree is that you need to get your radio fixed. Or maybe some good CDs. The only saving grace this old clunker has is that you still have a disc slot. Might as well use it. I know you have CDs. I said you need some good ones. Hey, eyes on the road. You can try to hit me later, when we're not hurling down one of the worst paved stretches you could possibly fucking find. I get that the back roads are supposed to help us keep a low profile and all that, but the fact that we're in bumfuck nowhere can't be helping the signal thing. Actually, come to think of it, I don't suppose you've added a spare tire in here since I went through all your stuff? Because if we get a blowout this far away from civilization, I don't think AAA's gonna be able to rescue us before the sun comes up. Your silence is deafening, Hunter. Hey, it's no problem. I'll just have to find the nearest cabin and messily devour the inhabitants so we can have a place to sleep for the day. Yeah. You and your dart. You have no sense of good old-fashioned fun. No, it's definitely fun for everyone involved. If getting murdered in the middle of the woods wasn't fun, why would there be so many movies about it? Actually, I try to avoid horror for the most part. Learned that lesson the hard way. I don't even remember the number of movie dates I went on where my cute so-and-so would pick out something scary so they'd have an excuse to hold my hand. And the gore would make me hungry enough to finish them off before the credits rolled. Not like I wasn't going to eat them anyway, but I'd missed half the movie. That kind of defeats the point of a movie date. What? Ah, fuck off. I've always been blatant about the murder. You're just noticing it more now that you're trying to fix me. Still nothing. If you're going to be picking up a new spare tire, and you should, I vote you get the radio fixed while you're at it. Unfortunately, that means we'd be stuck in one place while they did the repairs. And with how old this car is, they'd probably have to order parts or something. I'd Google it to get a better idea of how long that'd take, but, I'll stop bitching about my phone when you give it back. And I won't stop bitching. This is a hell of your own making, Cupcake. You alone hold the keys to your shackles. And mine. Seriously, you have to be over the state line by now. Just cut me loose and you'll never hear from me again. Not even a little tempted? Come on. You know this whole thing's gonna blow up in your face. It's like... I don't remember the title, but it's like that movie where there's a bomb on a bus and it'll go off if the bus slows down. That's basically you right now. And I'm like an incredibly attractive pile of C4 riding shotgun. Cupcake, you can bullshit me about a lot of things, but I know you think I'm hot. Not a doubt in my mind. Of course, I also know you're completely repulsed by the whole man-eater thing. So it's not like I imagine you're gonna do anything about it. Speaking of, I'm starting to get peckish. Are we planning a pit stop anytime soon? Not that I'm looking forward to choking down another one of those bags, but it's better than nothing. Sure. I can make it another hour or so. With no music to drown out the sound of your pulse. Every breath flooding my senses with the smell of your blood. Practically feeling the heat radiating off of your skin. So close that I could just reach out and touch you. I thought you'd never ask. There was a sign for rest stop in about a mile. Less now. Hey, be glad I'm not human. I'll only ever push for the one stop a night. If I were any other backseat driver, I'd be pestering you for bathroom breaks and shit. You should probably get something to eat while we're there. The fast food places will be closed, but I bet the convenience stores 24-hour. I could guess up while you grab some snacks. Oh shit, exit's right up here. What? Of course I saw it first. Better night vision, and vision in general. Trust me, if it gets desperate enough that we turn to road games, you do not want to pick I Spy. I'll fucking obliterate you. I should have known better than to say that. You take everything as a challenge, especially coming from me. I was even surprised that you decided to make me your new project. Fuck. It feels good to stretch my legs. It must be so much worse for you. Not only are you the one driving, but you still have circulation to cut off. You say that, but I can see those jelly knees. Aren't you glad we didn't wait to stop? Yeah. Go grab some food, Hunter. Maybe we could take a break before heading the road again. Or I could take a shift behind the wheel, if you decide you trust me with your death trap. The chances that we get pulled over are so tiny, Cupcake. And if they ask for my license, I can always just eat the cop. Or enthrall them, sure, if you want to be boring about it. Now, shoo. The sooner you get your snacks, the sooner you can swipe me a straw from the slushy section, and I can break into a human Ziploc. No, I'm good out here. Never been in a convenience store that didn't smell like vomit and cigarettes. Oh, come on, Cupcake. This place is dead. What trouble could I possibly get myself into? Alright, so, in my defense, there is no actual way I could have seen that coming. You okay? You went through that display case pretty hard. Yeah, that's blood. Come here, Cupcake. Let me take a look. What? My intentions are totally pure. I just want to make sure you're okay. And if you happen to offer me a lick or two for my assistance, well, who am I to say no? Hey, I still haven't eaten. And it's not like I'm the one who threw you across the room, so, it's not like you'd be rewarding bad behavior or anything. Just making the best out of a bad situation. I'm being very helpful. Here, see if you can follow my finger. Don't give me that look. You bonked your head of yours real bad. And if you've got a concussion, I'm not letting you drive us any further. Finger. Follow it. Oh, shit. That doesn't look good. Oh, no, it doesn't look good for me. You seem to be perfectly fine, which means I can cross concussed Cupcake off of my list of escape plans. If you're far enough out of it, I might have been able to steal my stuff back. Yeah, and still ornery too. Nothing keeps you down long, does it? Not like this guy, gotta say. Not the first time I've seen another vamp go to ash, but it never gets any less unsettling. Or any less gross. We're probably breathing him in right now. At a guess, he probably ate whoever actually worked here. And by guess, I mean, well... I was outside waiting for you like a good vampire. Definitely not checking around to see if anyone was out back on a smoke break, because smokers taste fucking disgusting, and I'm totally not that desperate yet. Anyway, I was stretching my legs, I came around back, and realized it smelled even more like death than a convenience store dumpster usually does. Which is when I noticed an arm sticking out from under the lid. Yeah, Cinderella here clearly wasn't very good at cleaning up after himself. No, it's... I know Cinderella's very good at cleaning. I just called him that because he's a pile of ash now. Cinder, Ella, right? That's where the name originally came from? She used to sleep in the fireplace because her family fucking sucked? I waste my best material on you. Anyway, as soon as I saw the mass dumpster grave, I figured whoever was supposed to be working the night shift was probably at the bottom of it. Which meant the princess here was probably in the middle of trying to eat you, and I should intervene. You know the rest from there. Honestly, it's not a terrible racket. Closes up during the day, eats anyone who comes to investigate, and given the lack of cars lying around, I'm guessing there's a local chop shop that hasn't exactly been hurting for new material. This place is out of the way enough that the disappearing travelers didn't set off any hunter alarm bells, and, No. No, I see that face. Whatever you're thinking, no. Oh my. The chop shop thing was just a theory, okay? We're not gonna go poking around looking for gang of vampire mechanics. Because I don't want to. Hunter, I do not want to be here, and I do not want to take part in your fucking heroics. I helped you with Cinderella because no one's training you except for me. It was completely selfish. But don't think you can leverage that every time you want to run headlong into danger. Come on, can't you just, I don't know, report this to someone? Call in the troops? Have someone else clean up this mess? Which I mean literally and figuratively at this point. There's broken glass and ash everywhere, and I can't even begin to imagine how bad emptying that dumpster is going to be. Can you stop being noble for 5 minutes? We're on the run here, in case you forgot. God. We've got to hit the road and find a motel for the day. We don't have time for... That is one nasty scrape. Fine. Fine! You can head into town and see if there's any nefarious activity. But I'm not agreeing to more than that for a couple of mouthfuls of blood. Give me your hand. Oh, damn. Ran half the length of your arm. You're lucky that blast didn't snag anything vital, or we'd be, having a very different conversation right now. Fuck, that's the good shit. So much better than the bags. Oh, God. Oh, do you know how hard it is not to tear into your wrist right now? That was such a fucking tease. Just barely wetting the edge of my appetite. I'm just saying, you should appreciate my restraint here. And that this thing's shallow. It's already stopped bleeding. Okay. One thing convenience stores are good for: shitty maps of the area. You figure out where we're headed while I break into the back. With Cinderella's shitty cleanup, I wouldn't be surprised if you didn't bother turning off the security cameras. Well, yeah, they don't work for us, but you know what they do work on? License plate numbers. Like yours. Outside. Where I'm not hanging around to provide interference anymore. So, unless you feel like an awkward chat with the local donut munchers, I'm checking the tapes. And the lock's already broken. Of course it is. The princess even bother lifting the keys off the clerk? Was that concept too advanced for him? Oh, hell. There's another body back here. Fresh one, too. Fuck off, Hunter. Like I'd stoop that low. Doubt there's even anything left in her veins anyway. Okay, let's see. This setup's almost as old as I am. Looks like it's not being backed up anywhere. That's good. That means we just need to fuck up the hardware beyond hope, and we're off scot-free. Hey, do you need a VCR? Well, I'm just gonna break it if you don't want it. And I think some mild looting is the least of this place's problems. Suit yourself. All right. How's that strategy coming? You think we could get the garage to fix the radio over there? I mean, sure. It might be full of vampires who have no aversion whatsoever to snacking on out-of-towners, but you could always let me do the talking. Whatever else these theoretical guys are, if the theory holds, they got a bunch of car parts on hand. Might as well take advantage of that before you try to stab them all. And hey, bright side, if you murder your mechanic, you don't have to pay him. Well, only a little experience in that department. Tiny amount. Seriously, I don't understand vampires that'll eat the people working for them. You know, if I hire a guy to reshingle my roof, I don't want to have to track down another one when I decide to do something about my siding. I say, if you find a professional who meets your standards, you should keep him around. Fuck. I'm gonna miss my hairdresser. You know how hard it is to find one that'll work without mirrors around and not ask too many inconvenient questions? At night? I am not looking forward to running that gauntlet again whenever I settle. Well, hang on. I gotta grab a straw before we go. You should take whatever snacks you want, too. Like I said, looting's the least of this place's problems. I'd steer clear of the hot dogs, though. I think those have been spinning on the rack since the first body dropped. And from the smell of things, that was a while ago. Oh, I'm making you lose your appetite. Ha ha ha. I still have to power through one of those plastic bags after this cupcake. You're getting no sympathy from this corner. I'm swiping some medical shit, too. You might have stopped bleeding already, but if you're planning on another fight, I don't think that's going to last. Might as well restock the first aid kit. Hey, what's your favorite kind of candy? You still haven't eaten. You really want to fight a bunch more vampires on an empty stomach? That's what I thought. Really wish this shit was healthier. But it is free, so, fuck it, right? I'm pretty sure you live on takeout, fast food, and the occasional baked goods from yours truly. Is it really the craziest thing that I want to see what you taste like if you actually took care of yourself? I bet you'd be fucking decadent. Yeah, I'm coming. Can't believe you don't want to clean this place out. It's all just gonna go to waste after the crime scene tapes comes down. Oh, I almost forgot. Gum. Road trip staple. Who said it was for you? I'm hoping having something to chew on will help distract me from wanting to chew on you. And suddenly you're on board with the looting. You're lucky you're cute. I got the new spare. Think I'm gonna have to rearrange some stuff in the back to make it fit, though. How's the replacement antenna coming? Oh, well, look at you, little gearhead. Tell me, did all of that know-how come straight off of Google, or just 90%? Alright, back at you, Cupcake. Anyway, thank fuck for the internet, or else we'd be screwed. I think you just dusted the only vehicle experts for 100 miles. Did I say it was your fault? I was there too. I know they started it. I'm just saying. I wish they'd let me ask them a few questions before they started going for your throat. I get that you smell delicious. Trust me, I really do. But you were with me. It's just plain rude. You know? Doesn't the dibs rule mean anything anymore? Say what you will, but you don't try to steal someone else's prey unless you're fully willing to deal with the consequences. Hell, for all they knew, you could have been my thrall. They were starting shit on purpose. I say they got what they deserved. Huh? Wait, do you actually not know the difference? Oh, fair point. I never really thought about it, but I guess vampire sociology would be pretty tricky to learn without willing vampire participants. I mean, when it comes to biology, you can just strap one of us down and pull out the scalpels. But if I don't want to tell you about the latest trends, there's nothing you can do to make me. So, thralls. Or pets, or a few other, less respectful names I could mention. Honestly, pets might be more accurate than thrall, but... Okay, going out of order. Let me try again. Obviously, we enthrall people. You know that part already. You have an abundance first-hand experience in that department, but being a thrall is different from being in thrall. You can use thrall on pretty much any human who hasn't trained against it, but... and even stubborn little fuckers like you could still cave under the right kind of pressure. But you wouldn't call someone your thrall just because you've enthralled them. Hell, thralls don't ever even have to be enthralled. That's just the etymology. Etymology? Word history. That. Only one of us has access to Google right now, Cupcake. You want me to finish explaining or not? Point is, enthralling is where the word thrall comes from, but it's not a necessary component, just a common one. Because a thrall, when you get right down to it, is just a human you like enough to keep around. And you, of all humans, know that most of you aren't really on board with being a vampire's piece of neck. So, rather than deal with all the whiny, I want to go homes, and please let me see my family, some vampires just opt to smooth things over. Yeah, I know it's fucked up, thanks. Some vamps get all creepy about that shit and insist their thralls truly do love them, or whatever. That sure as hell ain't me. If someone loves you, you don't have to fuck up their brain to make them stay. No, I haven't had any thralls. I'd say I've had a few regular meals, maybe, and a few live and dinner guests, but, no. No thralls. Anyway, I've got to put the new tire away. Hey, do you think I should change out your old ones while we're at this? I think the recommendation is to swap them every 6 years or so, and I don't know when you got these. I'm not changing the subject, I'm just done answering your question. Dick move is still prey. Much bigger dick move to fuck with someone else's thrall. Question answered. Now, can you answer mine? How old are your tires? Oh. Wait, are you actually proactive with vehicle maintenance? You didn't strike me as the type. Wild feels the need to color-code your instructions, Cupcake. And I just pulled a trash bag containing what I remember to be a chainsaw covered in, vampire blood out of the back of your car. You know, that isn't the hallmark of the world's most organized person. See, that makes more sense. Between you thinking ahead for once and a vampire with a spike trap, I know what I would have put my money on. Do we need this chainsaw, by the way? I've never seen you use it. Well, yeah, I can tell it's been used, but when's the last time? It's taken up a lot of space for something you've only used once. Is it even charged? Do you charge a chainsaw, or is it... Ha! Nope, it's charged. Definitely charged. Whatever. There's more junk in here I'm not sure you really need. Like, okay. This one had me scratching my head when I dug through your car. This is just a box of ribbon. Why do you even have this? In case you're struck with a sudden desire to cover your leather jacket in pretty bows? Then we have this. Random piece of wood. A wooden plank. Taking up space in your car. Is this to make steaks out of? Okay, here's a thought. Maybe you should have made time to do that. Then you could put them with the rest of your deadly weapons, and I wouldn't have a 4-foot board to play cartridges with. It's called constructive criticism, Cupcake. See what I did there? Bored, constructive, constructive. If you're allowed to say I should stop eating people, I'm allowed to say you should clean your car. Well, they're roughly equivalent lifestyle changes. I mean, my end of things would take a stupid amount of self-control and a militaristic dedication to denying myself pleasure that I have no reason to aspire to. And you would have to walk to a trash can every once in a while instead of hoarding shit in your car. Huh, actually, I think you're right. I'm asking way less of you. Cupcake, I just found an empty bottle of Pepsi Blue back here. This shit was discontinued in 2004. Look me in the eyes and tell me that sounds normal to you. I'm just saying. The first step is admitting you have a problem. Fuck if I know. The rest of the steps were probably some shit about God. Alcoholics Anonymous is a Christian organization. You're hilarious. No, I don't think I'd burst into flames if I attended. Don't even think about it. I'm drawing the line at standing up in an AA meeting and telling the group I'm a homicidal maniac. There's no parallel. I can stop whenever I want. Fuck off. You know what I meant. I don't want to stop killing humans. I've made that pretty fucking clear at this point. It's not an addiction. It's just a thing that feels very, very good to indulge in. Yeah, no, I'm hearing it now too. Really doesn't help that I'm feeling all fidgety without it. Like I'm jonesing for a good kill. You could say that about a bunch of shit. Are you addicted to sleep just because without it your brain starts breaking down? No, offing other vampires with you wouldn't help. Didn't help. It's not the same. You're never gonna get it, okay? You're human. You're an omnivore. I'm 100% predator. There's a completely different set of instincts rattling around in here. Yeah. Okay. But you could quit hunting if you wanted. You could move out to the sunny coast and never think about vampires again. Can you honestly say you feel an urge to kill or just a moral obligation to stamp out the undead? Yeah, that's what I thought. Squeeze the tire in. How's it going up there? Not bad for someone who doesn't actually work here. You ready to take it for a test drive, or do you need a longer break before you get back behind the wheel? Well, I'd say we can stop for the day, but somehow I doubt that the sudden disappearance of an entire pit crew and the discovery of a dumpster full of bodies will shine well on the strangers who just crash into town. We should probably, at least, try to get a few more hours in. Just give me the keys, Hunter. I've been driving longer than you've been alive. I promise I won't crash your baby. Come on. You can't tell me it's been easy going full nocturnal. You can grab a nap on the passenger side until we get close to the next town. And I'll wake you up so you can find us a hotel. Ha. Great. Here's hoping the radio works now. I'll circle the block, and we can always come back if the signal's still shit. Do we need anything else while we're here? Screwdrivers, blowtorch, some sort of fuzzy dice to hang from the rearview mirror? I'll stop suggesting we loot places when you stop killing everyone inside of them. Yeah. Doubt we'll trip ass backwards into anything like this again. Seriously, the odds of this happening has to be astronomical. You know, you really do have the worst fucking luck, Cupcake. I have no idea how we managed to find the one vampire in the whole damn country who could stomach gas station stench for more than 5 minutes. Okay, we don't need to get into who specifically wanted to stop for a blood break and who is an irresistible snack who keeps luring all the vampires in. Let's just put all the blame squarely on your shoulders and stop equivocating. Hey, I saw that. Now, that was definitely a yawn. Come on, get your fine stretch of neck into the car and take the damn nap already. No wonder you're so fucking cranky. It's clearly past your bedtime. Nighty-night, Hunter. Let's see if the radio has any lullabies for you.